30 seconds left. I'm just checking the little green bars going bang, 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 bang on my Instagram here, so I know it's working. But you probably can't hear me because obviously the stream intro is quite loud at the moment and I'm talking above it, but we're almost there. Test, test. Yes, we're all good. Chat's on. Good. Sounds on. Good. 3, 2, 1. We are live. How's it going, everybody? Today, I'm actually not drinking milk. I have now got some crack and rum in here with a little bit of tonic water. Now, I can't stand tonic water, but I didn't have any mixers for the rum. I didn't have any Coke, and, well, it's actually like salt, you know, two deadly ingredients, but we'll put them together and it tastes quite nice. It's really nice. So, again, I don't drink, so when I do have a drink, I'm normally completely blotto, so we'll have to see what's happening later on in the stream. We got the side cam on again, I'll just show you that. Look, we're printing more parts of Vincent, and as seems to be customary on these streams, let's show you how Vincent's going at the moment. I'm not going to be electrifying Vincent up, but this is the section now. I used black PLA to do the ears and the eyes. Now, if anyone knows the black hole, let's get this off. They know that Vincent has a clear head, so that was clear, printed with transparent PLA. So I could put a bulb in there or something and light this up. And then on top of that, which finally finished printing today, although it does need painting, we've got his cap, which, whoops, needs to go on just like that. So the head's really coming along. I'm really happy with how that's looking. The trouble is, if any of you have ever done one of these builds on a 3D printer where there's lots of different parts and you've got to piece them together like a jigsaw, I'm printing something now and I haven't got a clue where it goes. So I'm just going to print it all out and figure out where that goes afterwards. But anyway, welcome to another Thursday evening. We're going to do what's another customary thing. We're going to light up one of our candles. Now, if you remember in the last stream, we had the Ewok candle, which smelled like burnt fur. So today, peeps, what we're going to be lighting? Do you want Death Star Destroyed? Or we've got Sarlacc Pit? Or we've got Rancor today? And lastly, Jabba's Palace. Which one am I lighting today? Hello, Kenneth Green from California. And Plush Cooper Trooper, you're here. Cool. Southwest London. Is that Wimbledon way, Mark? I'm actually in London in 3 weeks. I'm going to the Saatchi Gallery to see the Tutankhamun exhibition with Mrs. Wayne. I heard crack and rum. Oh, Zira, you're close to me because I'm down in Corby. And my son goes to De Montfort University, so we're always in Leicester. What's up from Alabama? The GTR is done. Wow. God, we've got lots of people from Leicester. I didn't realise that. We're in Leicester in 4 weeks' time because we're off to see Escape from the Chateau, Dick and Angel Strawbridge at the De Montfort Hall, so that's going to be fun as well. God, I'm getting around the country this month, aren't I? Death Star, Rancor, Jabba's Palace, Death Star, Jabba's Palace. Oh, it's a toss-up. I think Death Star. It's going to be Death Star. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, we're going to do Death Star. I ain't got a clue what it... I think most of these smell like a bathroom cleaner, personally. I'll let that burn a little bit. We'll figure out what that's going to be smelling like. Believe me, though, that Ewok one didn't smell too good after that. Anyway, so, yep, so that's still printing away. I think I've got about another 3 hours of that. I think that is part of the neck thing, which I obviously need this head section here to sit in. So, hopefully that will happen. But there's been so much going on this week, and there's been loads of news about new releases. I normally fill in my Patreons with every bit of news I get, and I had a conversation at the beginning of the week. Actually, let's play around with some of my little graphics. I've got some graphics sorted out here. Yeah, I was having a conversation with some people at Hashit, and they were telling me a lot of details regarding their upcoming build. Now, I didn't even know there was any upcoming build. Someone did hint on it in the channel. So, well, I'm just lining things up. I think without further ado, let's talk about the build that's coming out in a couple of weeks. again come back to me. Now, I was under the impression that I was the only one to know about it, so I was sharing it all with my Patreons last night, but everybody knows. Why am I the last person to find out? So because it's out there in the public domain, I'll give you the information that I was given at the beginning of the week. The collection's going to launch on the 12th of February. It's going to be in shops, so you will be able to get a subscription with your newsagents for that. It's 120 issues, and it's a 1/18 scale model replica of the Mark 1A plane flown by AG Sailor Milan, the leader of the number 74 squadron. It features lights, motion and sound. I'm reading this off the brief I've got. Simulating a range of motions, including takeoff, flight, night battle, landing, and much more. I am collaborating on this one, which is excellent. So I can't wait to do it. What I'm going to try and do, and Mrs. Welder Wayne doesn't know this, is I'm going to try and do what I did with the Victory. And I'm going to get my butt down to Duxford and see some Spitfires there. And then film a little bit of live action before we go on that build. But I'm really excited with that because I haven't built a plane. I was thinking about the MiG that D'Agostini did, but no, I haven't built a plane, and that's something that I want to do. But that is what is coming from Hachette in the next couple of weeks. I will look at all the comments in a minute. I've just got so much that I wanted to talk about. The next one, let's get this going here. Right. You have to bear with me because I thought, you know what? I'm going to do more graphics on my stream. So bang, we got a new graphics. Obviously, you've seen it in the shops, the Ferrari F40. Let's have a look at that.
Build a perfect 1/8 scale replica of the iconic Ferrari F40 Competizione. This stunning model is precision engineered with die-cast metal and includes sound and light effects. Build it week by week with detailed instructions, plus a magazine that chronicles the complete history of Ferrari. A must-have collector's item, the F40 Competizione.
Now, the Ferrari is a little bit of a confusing one to me because I had a message from Kevin Clifford, and I don't know if you're in stream at the moment. Don't know. Because this went live in America and they've cancelled it, which is weird. Now, this collection is already up to, I believe, issue 50 in Italy, so it's been out for quite a while, but it's going to be something that we're going to be getting over here. I think it starts for the full run in a couple of weeks. So that's the Ferrari. That's another new build coming on. Remember, we went into January not thinking anything's coming out. So it's all fun. Right, the next thing we're going to go to. Let's play around with my graphics again. Bang, look at that. We got D'Agostini. So, D'Agostini have been ploughing us for some reason. The Porsche Carrera 911. They're advertising that big time in France, which came out a couple of years ago. And obviously this is their new one. So, Model Space are on the case as well, getting a new one. And I don't know what else to say. Let me just change some of these graphics again, because the other bit of news I got, I'm just full of news today, change it to Agora models. Agora's obviously this week started to send out your delivery, if you've subscribed to the Shelby Mustang, your delivery information, and if you haven't got your packs already, they'll be coming shortly, and you'll be getting those delivery. If you haven't heard anything from next week, then I'd get in touch with them if I was you. And then we've got the regular deliveries coming out for the Shelby. Now, the build instructions for part 1 are now up on their site at agoramodels.com, so you can start building that straight away. Now, one of you eagle-eyed viewers noticed that when I built my Shelby, the door, the actual lock, I knocked it with my finger and knocked it off. Just so you know, I found it and it's back on the car, so no worries. No worries. But there has been a lot of worries in the Welder Wayne house. You're going to love this story. Although it's more schadenfreude, you're going to have pleasure in my misfortune. And it's all thanks to Vince Steele. So Vince, if you're watching this, Vince is the person that does my caricature for my channel. Let me just turn off the Agora models. There we go. Graphic. Basically, I did the mod today for Model Mods regarding the eyes for the Terminator and the wrist joint, and he did some close-ups saying the eyes look different. Did I leave a Hachette eye in, or, you know, but I checked it and I'm looking at it and thinking, no, they look fine to me. And we took pictures of it and I sent them and I'm like, no, they look fine. I don't know what you're talking about. So what I think happened is that the lenses I put in, one wasn't sitting completely down into the actual like recess, and it created a magnifying effect, which made the eye look a bit bigger. So I sent him those pictures, and we all had a good laugh about it, and we realised, no, the eyes look absolutely fine. No problems at all. So I put the Terminator back on the shelf up there, and then came down here to just do my videos and my usual work. And the next thing I know was an absolute almighty crash. The Terminator fell 5 foot off that shelf, broke the other baby Yoda I had. So Matt Bean, if you're seeing that, I'm afraid the Yoda in the cradle is completely smashed to pieces and landed on the floor. The Terminator landed on the floor from a 5 foot fall. So what broke? Let me think. The one of the fingers fell off. The neck seam down the back had a little crack in it, but it was along against the seam, so I've managed to glue that. And what else? Oh, and I think it was just one of the plastic things here came off, but it was a simple case of gluing that back on the shoulder again. But other than that, the thing's fine. So it's durable, people. If you want to chuck it from 5 foot, there's a good chance it's going to survive. But yeah, I had a living nightmare heart attack today, knowing the Terminator fell off the wall, which wasn't good. So that is a 3D Yoda you can see Giro plays at the back here. I haven't painted him yet. He needs painting, but I said I've been getting on with the Vincent at the moment. So, and because I've only got one 3D printer, I mean, this is tied up. It's been tied up for the last 3 days overnight, printing things. So that's good. Now, the other bit of news I've got is, obviously, a lot of you might not have noticed that I don't have a forum anymore. Basically, the forum wanted to start charging after the year anniversary. The amount of people that were using it it just didn't warrant the extra work to actually keep that maintained, even though I had some brilliant moderators helping out on that. So the folks over at the Partworks Model Forum and Model Space Forum got in touch with me, and they basically amalgamated forums together. So if you're not a member of these, you've got the Partworks Model Forum, which has got, like, I don't know, 20 to 50,000 people part of it, and they discuss everything to do with Partworks big time. Now, what I'll do while that's up is I'm just going to put the link to the Partworks Model Forum in chat so you can see that. Bang. And then the other forum we've got is the Model Space Forum. And the Model Space Forum is nothing like what you remember it if you've on it before. It's a lot more diverse now. And there's no prima donnas on there anymore. So, oh, I've just gone and deleted my link for that. So I haven't got the link for that one, but they're the 2 forums that everyone's going to. And because they've got over 20,000 people, there's no point in repeating it against different other forums. So that's what happened with the forum. But I do believe most people are now going to those 2 to discuss everything. And I believe I might even have a tab on there so you can discuss me if you wanted to. What else? Jimmy Henderson, I've been waiting since last year from July. Ah, that's another thing. Ecto 1 in America. Is it right that you're having trouble getting hold of them in America? Because you guys were meant to get it before us. And now we've started to get it. And on that note, does anyone know when we're actually going to get payment taken out for the next set? Because I haven't had any payment yet. I don't even know when we're getting it. But no one's had payment taken for that yet, have they? Because I need to make sure that I've got money in the bank for that. Matthew Boland, how long did it take to replace the Terminator eyes? Honestly, if you watch that video, I did very minimal editing. So I was inside the whole thing in about 10 minutes. But the problems I had was I took the head from the cage of the body so I could work on it, but quite feasibly, you don't have to do that. You could actually just work on the head while it's attached to the body. So it took a little bit longer while I just took this thoracic, is that it? The thoracic section out, just so I could get the head out. But thank you, Roger. Great videos. Keep up the work. Listen, there's going to be no video tomorrow because I've got another project I'm having to do for another company at the moment. So there'll be a video on Saturday, and it's probably going to be another Bismarck one because everyone's telling me how hard issue 44 is going to be. You told me that about issue 43 and it weren't too bad, but I've been buying new tools. Look, check this out. Look at these little dinky pliers. I needed some long nose, flat, mini pliers. And they look bigger in the picture, trust me. But look, they're the size of my hand. But they'll do the job. No problems. Okay, this smells like a... It smells like petrol. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. At least you can say he's terminated the Yoda. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, DHD Galactic Morals. Yep, the current website for the Spitfire is the test run. It will be updated on 12th of February. Thank you for that, DHD Galactic. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So don't go and subscribe on that website yet. On the 12th of February, you'll know it because they're advertising it on TV. There's a TV spot advertised, and it's going to be in the shops. And I do think a lot of people are going to buy it because I believe, are we still in the anniversary year from last year to this July is the anniversary year of the Spitfire? So I think that'd be a good thing. You still haven't seen anything of your Ecto 1 since the first email. Keizu FCAR, have you not received any Ecto 1 yet? And what country are you in? Because I don't know. I don't know. I have a 3D printed bow set that my mate made a joke is it's not that a good print. Just so you know, I did see it in the chat, but I don't know where it was. Someone was talking about Johnny 5. I've actually got a full-size Johnny 5 STL file, so that's going to be the next thing I'm doing after Vincent. I know it's not the whole robot, but it's basically this area 1-to-1 scale. So I'm going to look forward to making that. So if anyone wants the STL files from that, just email me at wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. I'll be happy to give them to you. Mike's Randomology. You keep spamming your channel, and I'm quite happy for you to, say go and visit your channel. But by spamming your channel, you're just going to get timed out, or as you see, your messages aren't going to go on here. That's not the way to do it, sir. Plus, you're spamming the wrong forum. I'll give you some ideas. If you want to get your YouTube channel out there, spam social media. Not a YouTube channel. Limited people in here. We just did 21,000 subscribers, peeps. How cool is that? Thank you so much for that. And thank you to everyone on my Patreon. I'm going to be doing a video for the Patreons tomorrow because I did mention I was building a model railway. And I've been keeping people on the Patreon updated of how that's going. Well, this Saturday, we've already bought the wood. Me and Mrs. World of Wayne are going to start making the workstations for it. And that's going live from probably next week. So that's going to be excellent. And then you'll hear that on the channel. But if you want to hear some of the behind the scenes stuff, what I've been up to, when things go wrong and stuff like that, I have got a Patreon. That's up there. So just follow that link and you can get all the behind things. I think there's over 50 videos on there now and it's only $1 a month. But that's enough shameless promotion for my Patreon at the moment. But I thought I'd mention it because I do like making them and it's really off the cuff. What's the word I'm looking for? It's an intimate environment where I'm completely candid. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And yes, the rum is starting to hit. Steve Lee, Wayne, how do you get in front of your Terminator issues? I'm on issue 46. Steve, I've got a subscription for the Terminator, but I'm a month behind everybody else. So I've got a subscription out with the newsagents. The newsagents tend to get their issues every week. So what will happen is when I get issue, what am I on at the moment? 49? Something like that. When I get 51 or 52, the subscribers will get the 4 that I've just built. They tend to be always ahead. D'Agostini used to be the same with the R2-D2 build, and Mark Tadgel, I don't know if you're in chat, Mark. No, don't look like you are. I used to get them off him. He lives down the road, and he had a subscription, but I'd take his ones from the newsagents, and when my delivery come, I'd just give him those ones. So, bit of a pain. You'd think subscribers should get it first, really, shouldn't you? But it didn't happen that way. But there you go. Bexac, my wire on the back of the DeLorean isn't connecting. What's wrong with it, Bexac? Is it not long enough? If it's not long enough, it means you've got to either crack open the DeLorean again or cut the wire and do something else, extend it with another little bit of wire. Matthew Hill, anyone aware of any issues subscribing to build a Terminator? You won't be able to subscribe from issue 1 in this country at the moment, Matthew. Not until Hachette have got their store up and running, and then you might be able to see if they're going to be stocking past issues on that. They tend to, but not all issues are in there. But as you know, they've been moving warehouse. Perhaps the warehouse is going to be a lot bigger and there'll be a lot more of these in. But in experience, looking at the Routemaster build, because I really wanted to do the Routemaster after watching Horlicks and Paint with Penny building theirs, I was too late because I just couldn't get some of the old issues. So, there you go. Income, Mrs. Worldaway, yeah, I understand that. Just a little annoying. I guess we've been spoiled. What we answering to? Eco, unlike the film builds, Ecto 1, etc., instructions for Gore are just that, instructions. So it's more ecological. Right, gotcha. Right, talking about the instructions. I mean, with the builds for Agora, I think she's already said that Mrs. Worldaway normally prints them out for me otherwise. I can't keep going back to a computer screen when I'm doing the builds because I normally do my videos in one whole go and then cut them up. Although today's one, the Model Mods one today, took quite a long time because, I said, with the Terminator dropping on the floor, it was a stressful morning. So now anyway, the Terminator's underneath my workstation. I've made a little grave for it under there. On the floor down here, I don't know if you can see it. Look, I've got nowhere for... Oh, no, you can't see it. I'm too fat. Can you... well, I've got the X-Wing down there because, again, I've got nowhere to put that. I think I'm going to have to get some stacker boxes to start storing this because with the amount of builds we're doing, it's getting ridiculous. I've got the Victory over here off camera. You can't see that at the moment. And I've taken all the ribs out of it because I've noticed some of the ribs, even though they're perfectly 90-degree level, some of them are warped. Some of the top section just a bit. So what I've done, I've taken them all out, got Mrs. Welder Wayne's notepads and books and stuck them on top of that. And they've been like that for about a week and they're perfectly flat again now. All ready for the next Victory video where we're going to start doing the lower decks. No more ribbing. It's going to be the lower decks. So I can't wait to... get on with that. You rang Egan they said about the 18th for the next issues. When's payment for that though, KSB? Any ideas? Because I haven't got a clue. It's nice to see that Mike's Randomology is keeping the mods busy tonight. You got something to do today, Sphy and Mrs. Welder Wayne. That's all right, Mike. No problems. John Fairborough's figures channel is directly behind him. I'm surprised the T800 didn't hit it. Well, what happened? I said it fell on top of that case. I'm surprised it didn't hit the case and crack that for the DeLorean. So I think the case actually broke its fall. It would have been a lot worse. It did knock a part off the Millennium Falcon as well, and I haven't got a clue where that went. So it's battle damage now. But it was only a tiny, tiny, tiny part. And I'm not about to go playing with that thing again. I haven't touched that since I've done it. Anthony Bird, beginning to think the Spitfire might be the one for me. I've never seen anything like it, Anthony. Obviously, I've seen Spitfire builds before, but that whole base with the... It's just like a lava lamp. I could watch that all day. So I can't wait to get that out there. But I know Hachette are really excited about it. So, I mean, well, it's going to be a build and a half, I think, that one. Oh, Jimmy Martin, thank you for the Ecto 1 poster. No problems, Jimmy, at all. My son loved it, and we subbed to get it. Also, the poster highlighted confirmation of the siren. That's excellent. The issues that I've had of issue 1 and 2, I don't keep the magazines for the Ecto 1 and the posters and all of that. Jimmy asked if he could have them, so I sent them off to him. It's no problems at all. They should build a Johnny 5, Mike, and I said because no one has, that's why I'm 3D printing the head. So, thank you for the congratulations, Ian. Lee, me and my brother are still waiting for issues of Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Conquest from Hachette Partworks. Well, they've got that, what's the Warhammer thing they've got at the moment? Mortals in the shops at the moment. That would appeal to me if it wasn't plastic. Because you'd have to paint all of that and it'd just be a constant case. It reminds me of my old, yes, I'm a Dungeons and Dragons man. My old days of playing Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons and painting the little miniatures. Which I probably can't do anymore, but these sort of things used to keep me going and the old... one-haired paintbrush. I remember those days well. And back then, I think it was enamel paints I was using on it as well. But, hey, if anyone hasn't seen Sphy's channel, Sphy's the moderator in here at the moment, you should check it out. I was watching him do an airbrush of Medusa during the week. I only caught the last couple of minutes, but again, it's another captivating thing watching someone with an airbrush. I don't know if I'll be the same watching someone... I could probably watch you doing tattoos as well, Sphy. You'd just have me gawking in a corner like... amazed. Although Mrs. Welder Wayne had a injection in her arm this week for tennis elbow, and I was happily watching that as well. I used to be terrified of needles and stuff, but when I got ill way back in 2014 and I was being jabbed every day, I sort of got immune to it, if you like. Mrs. Welder Wayne, if you want to see me attempt to measure wood for Wayne's train set, the sign's up for his page. It'll be worth it. Yeah, right. I just think it's going to be a comedy of error, Mrs. Welder Wayne's, on Saturday. But I'm looking forward to it big time. It is going to be a DC train set model railway, just to give you some idea. We will eventually go DCC, but I want to approach it as a complete beginner who knows nothing about trains, because I'm a complete beginner who knows nothing about trains. And I bought all the wood. Downstairs I've got some roll of cork. I've been reading about how to do all the ballasting and stuff, so I'm just learning. And I think... all the channels that I've watched done it so far, they approach it of the knowledge, even when they say beginner's guide to, that they've already done it. And I was lost on a lot of them. So you know what? I thought, yeah, I can do better than that. Sphy, there's a 1-1 Johnny 5 face, if you're interested. Some of the builds are insane. Really? Oh, okay, Sphere, I will search for that. God, I've got no time as it is. 2-ton Buick. I got notice today. My first 2 issues have been shipped for Ecto 1 Live. I can't believe you Americans out there are getting it after us when your countdown was like, I don't know, 30 days before us. That doesn't make sense. Hiya, Chris Campbell. No problems. Welcome to the party, pal. Measure Wayne's Wood, Matthew Boland. Very good. I should have noticed that one. She'd need a very big tape measure, that's for sure. Eric Vincent. World of Wayne is responsible for getting me into DeLorean and the 3D printing. My wife isn't a fan of yours. When I see WoW, I keep thinking World of Warcraft. Because I used to play it. I don't anymore. I used to play World of Warcraft since 2004. And to be honest with you, this is the first time. I think I haven't played the game now for about 5 months. So I think I've cracked that addiction. Dash Riptide. This is World of Wayne. Well, I'm sure you can read the tape measure better than the guy we had. He couldn't understand how to read 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3/8. Oh, we don't use inches and stuff, so we'd be in millimeters with Mrs. World of Wayne. But I tried to explain to her that if you've got a table which is 6x4, then it's all very well one beam being 6, but you can't have the other beam at 4 because of the thickness of the 6 beam. And she doesn't understand. I hope you understand what I mean. She doesn't understand what I mean. So you can have 2 long lengths of 6, but you can't just cut 4-foot lengths because they won't go in properly. You'd need to cut them down for the... Anyway, I tried to explain that for her. I think I'll have to draw pictures. And I am painfully aware that she's listening to me at the moment, so that means that I'm on the sofa again. I am going to be doing the Spitfire Michael Boldies. I'm going to be... I'm collaborating on it with Hachette, so they're going to be sending it to me, which is excellent. Alan Key, does anybody know, would it be a bus conductor figurine on the Route Master bus? Paint with Penny, are you in here? I don't know. I don't really know much about the Route Master, Alan, because I said I didn't do it, but it's one of those things that I regret, because now I'm starting to see them coming together. They're looking really, really good. KSB 250, they just said a few days before the 18th. Right, that's fair enough. I'll make sure I've got money in my account. See, a lot of these builds I pay for. A lot of people don't realise. That's why I have to do my job. I've got a Patreon on the go. Obviously, I've got my YouTube channel. Mrs. World of Wayne's a teacher. So, and I've got no vices. And I'd say, you know, I'm a big drinker. But, you know, look. That crack and rum is what I had from Christmas. And if I don't start drinking it, it will stay there for years. Does rum mature? Don't know. But, there we go. God, I'm behind on chat today. I apologise. I will get to you. It fell because they come alive at night. Oh, it happened during the day, Andy. While I was sitting here and I heard an almighty crash and I knew what it was. I just didn't want to turn around. And when I saw it on the floor with some of the bits off of it, I'm like, no. Can we get Hachette distribution in the USA, please? I don't have money for the projects. Brett, I've been saying that for ages, but you got to remember, Hachette are I believe, your biggest publisher in the US. Unfortunately, Hachette Partworks isn't out there. But Hachette, the publishing company for books, is. So how weird's that? But, you know, if there's a market for it, then I'm sure they'll tap it sooner or later. But I'm really excited with Hachette. Hachette, out of all the companies at the moment, are the ones that seem to have... Enagora models seem to have the... what's the word I'm looking for? The zest. The zest of getting into the Partworks build and embracing the community. I'm not seeing that with Eagle Moss, to be honest with you, and Hero Collector. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what's going on with them at the moment, especially what I've said to you about the cancellation of the DB5 and the Nissan GTR. I don't know what the logic was behind that. Where did you get Johnny 5 STLs from? Is it only the head or the full model? It's just the head, Schwartz, and it's on Thingiverse. But I'm guessing there might be files, as Svi was saying, in a 1-1 Facebook group, but I'll have to look at that. DHD Galactic Models, Dash Riptide, the base assembly will almost certainly be part of the build issues. For 120 issues, you can count on it. Definitely. Hey, GoPro 3 and beyond. Hiya. Philip Bentley, dread to think how long it will take me to get a subscription living on a rock in the middle of the sea. Where are you, Philip? A rock in the middle of the sea. You're not in Gibraltar, are you? I know you've told me before, but I've got the memory of a goldfish, trust me. I've still got that airbrush kit for you. I have to get you a crack course when you're ready for it. Svi, I'm going to get down there. I said, my brother is, well, let's get this right. He was in Australia. He's now in Bournemouth for 6 months, and then he's moving to Canada. But because his work's still based in Australia, he's flown back to Australia, which means he'll be coming back here again soon, and I'll probably come down and see him. But I'll probably treat Mrs. World Wayne and bring her down. But I need to bring it on a day you're working, Svi. So it'll probably be... I know you work Saturdays, don't you? You don't work Sundays. So we'll talk. We'll talk. Definitely. Dash Riptide. Brett Music, me too. I'd love a T100, but boo, they haven't started. That's in America, yeah? I think something to be aware of the Ecto 1 is that they're supposed to be sending out the first special edition of the 4th delivery, $19.99 extra for 2 proton packs. I wasn't aware of that, KSB. I am now. Who emailed me today? Was it you, Johnny, about the lights for the front, the strobe lights? That you're going to send me some, I think. It'll be interesting because you were saying I need to drill holes in the bumper. Well, on the trial bumper, they've already got holes. So, and I can't see any difference between that. So, be interesting. Hi, when will you build the Agostini 4 GT40? I haven't got time, Keith. With the Spitfire coming on board now, look, I've got this, which I was considering, the F40. I'm probably going to get a video up for that on Sunday. I don't think I'm going to get time for that either. But we'll figure it out. The problem with Centauria and Panini is they did the Marvel Universe figurines, not the movie collection, just the normal Marvel Universe. I've got some up there actually. But they're creeping into this country, especially in the UK. They've been around in Italy for ages. But obviously Panini's known for their sticker albums and stuff. My chat's going 10 to the dozen at the moment. It's going all over the place, so you'll have to bear with me. Reese, you've half built the Wally sitting the workshop. My thing, Reese, is to actually try and complete everything. I don't think I've got any unfinished projects apart from the Rossi Superbike because the Agostini didn't want me to build it. And I don't know why. Who knows? Hi, Wayne. Did you use all mini tie reps for the DeLorean? Mini tie... What do you mean, Mega Nico? All my tyres are up there for the DeLorean. The old ones, the white walls, and the other one. Binders are out of stock. What's that for, Jason? I just received a shipment of the Terminator today, and that came with a binder. What's the best paint to spray plastic, acrylic or enamel? Acrylic. Svi, would you agree on that? I don't like working with enamel, I have to say. No one knows what you mean. I do not understand 6x4. Draw pictures, Wayne. You're going to get me shot, Michael. No supper. I've had dinner. I'll be fed for today. I won't get fed tomorrow. You talk about subscription issues. I have my own with WWE at Christmas. They wouldn't accept that the Guernsey pound. Oh my God. That's terrible. What are you seriously tempting for me to finish? My 1-1R2. Your R2's looking really good, Svi. I've seen your pictures that you posted up are good. How are you bonding that together? Just normal super glue? Because the cap for Vincent, that was stuck with super glue in seconds. So that's worked a treat, that has. I'll tell you, that Death Star is really starting to smell blooming weird. It's a nicer smell than the Ewok, but you'd expect them to be fragrant candles, but they're not. The F40 video, Bailey, is going to be out Sunday. I was going to be doing the Model Mods one for Saturday, but I've moved them around because everyone was asking where the Model Mods video is, so I thought I'd do that today. Hello, Fleetwood J. Long time no see. I don't drink much, but I'll be raising a glass tomorrow at 11 p.m. Oh, Brexit's finally here. I wonder if they think it's going to be like Y2K and like everything's going to go pear-shaped when the clock strikes 11. Although we don't get Big Ben bonging, do we? So, understand as a woodwork builder, but I think I need to draw pictures for when I try to explain things. Do I need to draw you a picture? Hello, Wayne. So nice to finally meet you. Love your channel. Watch it every new video. Oh, hi, Guitar Angel. Welcome to the channel. This is what I'm like in real life. And some of you have met me. I've met about 4 or 5 people that have actually gone to their house now. And some people meet me out in the public as well. As a matter of fact, at Christmas, I was taking the kids to see Santa at Gates Nursery down in Oakham. And someone recognised me there. But yeah, if you ever see me in the street, come up to me, because this is what I'm like. I don't put on a facade. I'm just your regular guy. There you go. Oh my God, crack and spice wouldn't last long with me. Sean, I've had it since Christmas, and I've about that much has gone, but only because I use the alcohol to clear up the 3D print bed plate. I've actually got the proper stuff now, the isopropanol alcohol. So I've got the proper stuff. But for a while, I was using crack and rum to get them off the print bed. It's amazing stuff. I'll tell you, if you try and get a print off that bed, it's almost impossible. But you spray this, wait 10 seconds, and you hear all this cracking, and it just pops up. God knows how it works, because it doesn't affect the plastic. So I ain't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. I know Modern Mod's making them, but I believe they're special issue one. Don't quote me on that, though. Oh, that's the Proton packs. Right, okay. Just finished X-Wing sections 21 to 24 here in the US. Well, Wayne, in this country, we had issue 20 out in the newsagents. And down here on the floor, I've got up to issue 22 to build. So, see, I'm getting snowed under. It's very rare that I have a backlog, but I have at the moment. Hence why I'm doing a video every day. I won't be releasing more than 1 video a day, because I think it's a bit too much. Plus, it screws up with the YouTube algorithm big time. It thinks you're spamming. So, yeah, 1 video a day. Normally in the morning. I normally try and get something out between 8 and 12. Because I've got myself into a routine. And if I break that routine, Mrs. World Wayne will tell you, I go crazy. It's a mental thing of doing this so long that I'm up at 6. I'll do my work. Then I'll do a build. I'll film it. I'll edit it. And then in the afternoon, I just can't do anything. And I don't know why. But I just can't do anything. I just try and relax and chill out. And then in the evening, I'll work again. I'll do live streams. Or I might do another build in the evening. But for some reason, I just can't do anything in the afternoons at the moment. It's a mental thing. It's, I don't know. Oh, Jack Green's in here. I missed that. Wayne, you gave up on the Rossi bike. Got tired of more wires and hoses. Also, oh, God. Well, I had a couple of issues, Wayne. I think that's why D. Agostini stopped sending it to me, because I kept moaning at them. The Enterprise D build from Eagle Moss has moved from Diecast Club into Hero Collector under the Star Trek tab in the USA site. Brett, the last thing I heard with that was they were not going ahead with it, because they didn't like the design. The same Guitar Angel with the Bugatti, not going ahead with it. Andrew's had the Agora Models email saying it's been shipped. The first pack's wonderful. Just be careful on the door with the little lock, because if you knock it, it's really easy to knock off. Paint with Penny has taken a leave due to personal reasons, and the Rootmaster show is on my channel on Wednesday. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know, Fleetwood. I thought I haven't seen a notification. There we go. So if you want to see the Rootmaster build, head on over to Fleetwood J's channel. Thanks for letting me know, Fleetwood J. Oh, I hope she's okay. Where'd you get the samurai sword? Lee, I had the samurai sword for about... whenever Kill Bill came out. Because it's based on the Kill Bill sword. I got it then, before it was illegal to buy them in the shop. It's illegal to sell them now, isn't it? Hello, Mrs. Weldwayne. Hello, Jack. My son. The only way I get to hear from you is when you come on my stream. Jack's popping here, was watching the Royal Rumble on Sunday, and we all went crazy when Edge turned up. I don't know if anyone follows the wrestling, but that's a big deal. Hi, bud. Burn raccoon fur. It smells a lot nicer. Well, nicer than blooming Death Star Destroyed. So next week, we're going to be doing Sarlacc Pit, Jabba's Palace, or Rancor. The next stream, not next week, because I stream every 2 weeks. When you're doing more Bismarck, I'm up to issue 50. We're nowhere near that high at the moment, D, but I'll have one up on Saturday. And then probably Monday. I've got another free here. And I probably won't be getting any more until Hachette have actually moved warehouse. We'll have to see how it goes. But you're drinking the rum is making me want to dip into the Jamesons. It's not even 2 PM here. Ah, It's always time for drinking. My friend's just gone out to Miami to watch the Super Bowl this week. The Super Bowl game on Sunday is going to be amazing. It's like the Joe Montana appreciation game. But he posted a picture from the airport at 10 o'clock and he had a whiskey, 10 o'clock in the morning. Is it most newsagents you get your builds? Ian, yeah, most newsagents, but there are things that they don't have. We thought they were going to do an issue 1 of the Ghostbusters, but that never materialised. So, I'm just thinking most of my builds, shit, Terminator, yeah, I get them from the newsagents. It's weird not picking up the DeLorean anymore, I have to say. My DeLorean, I don't know, who did I send it to? I sent it to someone on my Patreon. But they've got the cover and the instruction book, because as I said, I don't keep them, so. You've tried so many glues, nothing stronger than liquefied ASA filament in acetone. Works amazing on PLA. Oop, I'm going to take a screen grab of that and post that there. Super glue does do the job, but only on big areas. On small areas, it's bloody useless. Battleship Yamato, metal and wood. I can see a lot more ship builds coming out soon. It'd be interesting to see what Agora... Got Agora models if you're watching this. I'd love to have some hints about what your next model is. You've got to... I think all model companies need to put something in each column. So you've got your car, you need a train, you need a plane, you need a ship. Planes, trains, ship, and a military vehicle, like a tank or something. They're the five things. And then you've got your movie-related thing, but obviously I understand how the licensing can be a living nightmare for that. You cover them, you're going to succeed. Hi, Wayne from Milton Keynes. Again, not too far from me. Have you had any problems with the 3D printing? Not really. This Ender 3 Pro, it's an Ender 3 Pro, has been fine. I had a power cut the other day, and it didn't auto-resume, so I guess I don't have that feature on there. What else? Some of my prints have had a bit of a mare with... I've noticed that the layers had a problem and I let it print, which was a stupid mistake. I can't print in ABS because it's just annoying. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty much, as long as you've leveled the bed fine. It's got to the point now where I can take that glass bed off, get the thing off, like I said, with me alcohol, and I can just put it back on and I know I don't have to level it because it's perfectly balanced. That glass bed was £20 on Amazon. That's on my 3D printing store as well. But that's absolutely amazing. It's an absolutely amazing bit of kit. It's basically glass. I'll put my Amazon link down there. It's basically glass with this thin mesh of black sort of metal on top of it. I guess it's metal. And when the print goes, as I said, I think what happens is the alcohol goes into the little tiny holes that you can hardly see. And I think it expands because it evaporates so quick. And that's what pops things up from the mat. But I had a magnetic bed plate on there, but this gives me brilliant prints every time. Every time. But I will be having the, obviously when I've been building this, Vincent, I have been doing videos, but I want to get like a collection together just for the head and release that as one video then. So you'll see that. I've done a lot of time lapses. I've showed you me painting it and stuff like that with the spray paint. It's all good. Where are we? Saying that is harder than saying some Warhammer names, or it's even as hard as saying Stragody, or Tragedy, or Coidroid. What other words do I have problems with, Mrs. Welderwayne? Coidroid, Coidroid, Coidroid. Watching your build, especially the Victory and the Bismarck, do you have anything in the pipeline for a railway engine? I really want to build one, Mr. Pickles. I would have loved to do the Flying Scotsman, but the I think the only one D'Agostini do the C57. That's not my cup of tea. But that's pretty much why I've gone into model railways. So I'm going to be building my own model railway. Wayne, the Valentino Rosso, they've had production problems, been waiting months. I'm wondering if that's why they stopped giving it me, Kevin. I never got any information. Basically, the way it worked, because I'm not affiliated with them anymore, so it doesn't matter. There was a company called Taylor & Goes, who are a intermediary, like marketing company. And obviously, D'Agostini outsourced. They want marketing for this product, and they'll give it to Taylor & Goes, and they'll find someone to do it. So I signed a contract with Taylor & Goes to build this, and D'Agostini sent me the parts to build. But after 2 packs, I think it was I had, silence. So I got in touch with Taylor & Goes and say, what's going on? Silence. So about 4 months after that, I wrote back to the contact I had at Taylor & Goes and said, look, no hard feelings. If I've done something wrong, please let me know so I got feedback for next time. But silence. So God knows what happened. But again, I'm a nice guy. I'm willing to negotiate and find out things. But just ghosting someone, that's not good. I'm having real issues contacting D'Agostini customer service. Do you have a contact number? I don't at the moment, Sean, but I think the contact number I've got is when I just type D'Agostini in. I just normally use the Google one or email. Because at least with email, you have a record. They do get back to you on email. By that, I mean, isopropyl plush. It's weird because I take a drug for anxiety. Believe it or not, I get anxiety. I take a drug called propranolol, which looks just like that. So I don't know why I get anxiety, because I'm the most outgoing guy you'll ever know. It's a weird thing. I'm screwed up. You watch old movies in the afternoon. Michael, every time I go around my father's house, he's got westerns on from like the 50s. And that's all he does is watch westerns all the time. You're waiting for issue 17 of the X-Wing, but you've got 18, 19 and 20. That's weird. Using Kraken as a cleaner is sacrilege. Yeah, I know, Sean. Hence why I was made to buy that. But it did give a pleasant smell to the room. Oh dear. Hiya, Chloe. How's it going? And happy birthday. It's Chloe's birthday, everybody. She's years old today. Did you get my email at T800R? Revo Dave, was that the 3D print you did? Because that was absolutely amazing. And I didn't save the pictures. But I couldn't really tell from the pictures the size as well. Is that like one size? Excellent, though. Absolutely excellent. Are you doing all of the Agora models builds? I'd love to, Dash Riptide, but definitely the Shelby, because I haven't got, apart from the DeLorean, I haven't got a car build, and that's like the car of choice at the moment. I've mucked around with the Bugatti. I'm going to have a look at the F40. I'd love to build a Ferrari Testarossa, but no one's built one. How's the Switch mod coming? I can't wait to install it. The Switch mod. What one's that? Evening, Chloe, the saviour of the Ecto build. We need to get that on a t-shirt for Chloe to wear. That could be your birthday present. Wayne, I think the X-Wing so far is the easiest build. Still plugging away the 1967 Shelby Mustang. Good build so far. Your first car was a 1964. Wow. I think I wish I still had my first car. But that the X-Wing is an easy build, but that pipework was challenging because they didn't expect us to glue that. I think when I have to do it again, I might consider gluing some of these things, because again, if that was to have fallen 5 foot from the shelf, that would be all over the place. Wish Penny all the best. Hope she's okay. Yeah, no, definitely, Alan. My wishes go with you as well on that, because yeah, I thought I hadn't heard from her for ages. They do the C51 loco as well, but it's out of stock at the moment. It's weird when you think about steam trains. You don't really think Japanese steam trains, but obviously they got one of the best rail systems in the world. So I'd like to build something on the theme of like a Hogwarts Express or a Polar Express or something. Working steam base with an engine and everything. That'd be great. Reece, you do have a number of STL files, including Johnny 5 full body. Wow. I don't think I've got enough filament for that. The Renault 4L and the Fiat 126 build's doing well now. How many of you are doing more than one build at the moment? What's the average number of builds? Because I think I'm on my 7th. This must be 7 builds all in one go. I'm not the only one, surely, that are doing more than one build. Those hints on ship models, do you know something we don't? No, I wish I did, Anthony. But I've heard someone mention the Yamato before. That one keeps getting banded around. The Titanic's already been done, and I don't think that would be as aesthetically pleasing as one of the battleships. So I don't know if we'd see that again, but I don't know what the upkeep, because I didn't really get into scale modelling until after the Titanic one had already been released. Highway, what Star Wars model would you like next? Alan from Canterbury. Alan, I would either like a Snowspeeder or I would like a Slave 1, I think. They're my favourite crafts. Oh, a B-Wing fighter's pretty cool as well. I used to have the Kenner one with the gyroscopic cockpit, so no matter what way you turned it round, the cockpit would always stay up. Wish I still had that. I'd love that. I'd love to see some of your search history during Dad's streams. Who is Edge? I did explain to her who Edge was. See, Edge would be brilliant, Jack, to have a fight with Jeff Hardy, because weren't that one of the last fights that they had together? But obviously Jeff Hardy's not going. I'm talking WWE talk in a scale modelling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I just got sidetracked then. Squirrel! Andrew James, you leave your printer going all night. I think my longest print is 7 hours. God, I've had one for 2 days at the moment. But Andrew, you noticed I've got a webcam on there. And I use a program on the internet called TeamViewer. And anytime I want to see how it's getting on, I just log into TeamViewer and turn my webcam on. And see where I'm getting. But the only time I've ever had something where it's just gone a complete mess on the 3D printer was when I was trying to print with the flexible filament. And yeah, it weren't having it. It weren't having it at all. So, I just heard that the 2020 racing season sucks so far. I haven't been following the IndyCar. Oh, there we go. Carl's gave Model Space's number. Although that's going to be different from D'Agostini. They're very particular about that. Try breaking it down. Isopropanol. Yeah, well done, Johnny. Isopropanol. Isopropanol. Now, how do I say straggedy, Johnny? Straggedy. Straggedy. We're supposed to be getting Roman Reigns versus The Fiend for the Universal title at WrestleMania. Oh, look, I've got it. Look, I've dropped it now. It's onto the WrestleMania talk now. Hey, Wayne, I meant, did you also use the mini cable ties for the DeLorean? How much? I never used the mini cable ties. I was happy with my fishing wire. It's clear and it's small, and you can tie a knot and cut it really close to the knot and then fold the knot around and you get the same effect. So I never used it. Nice final chapter mask. What do us to hang it? At the moment, it's got a pin in it. Someone made that for me. Was that Revo Dave? I think it was. But yeah, I love the old Friday the 13th. This is the kids' bedrooms over the other side there. It scares the bejeebers out of him. Although it misses World of Wayne's, what we're going to call this area today. Lady Cave, can't call it that. Book corner. Let's call it a book corner. It misses World of Wayne's book corner over there. She's got about 7 or 8 witches hanging from the ceiling because she collects these Pendle witches. Witches are Pendle, something like that. So, God, I really am behind on chat. I'm sorry, it's the rum, people. One of us is working on wireless mod for the DeLorean and probably the Ecto will make it wireless, but that'd be excellent. Oh, and which build has been your most challenging? Ooh. I don't know. There's been some fiddly bits on the Bismarck at the moment, especially with these J3 little pieces, but I figured a way around that. I think it's the Victory, even though I haven't come to some really challenging sections yet. I'm about to. That launch was an absolute nightmare to build, and the sense of achievement I had when I finished it, that's up there at the moment. Just there, launches. I had greater sense of achievement, which is why I'm probably enjoying that build a lot more, because A, I'm doing things I've never done before, and B, I'm learning things that I've never done before, and C, you've got something to show for, you know, you have something that's completely flat, and I've turned it into something 3D without electronic devices and stuff. By my own hands. Look what I have created. That's what it will be like. So I'm, yeah, probably the Victory. And I know that's going to get even worse. I need to get some more tools for that. You're doing 5 builds at the moment, Philip. Oh my God, just 1 build here, 2 expensive. Yeah, I know what you mean, Simflor. 2 for Nexus. Chloe, what are you doing for your birthday? You're just sitting in on my stream. You should be out partying. Brett, you're doing 3, assuming Eagle must ever send it to me. You got 4 builds going, so it's not just me who are doing more than 1. Iron Man's supposed to be coming out this year. I don't know what's happening. I know it's got a release. The trial release is in Spain at the moment. I don't know what's happening with Italy. Italy got up to issue 9 or 10. Is that still going? You and Suzanne are doing 6 builds, Roger. Oh my God. How are things, Roger? I'm trying to... these shelves have got to come down because of that accident with the Terminator. That little Bismarck ingot you got me, I'm going to try and display it up there with that. But I did speak to Mike Lane about getting some of those, the nameplate for the Bismarcks. They're not sending them out to other countries apart from England. So I'm hoping Mike Lane might do something about printing those, because I've had so many people from Australia wanting that. But yeah. 4 builds last year, just 2 at the minute by Reaper 6526. Wow. Look at you, you're all doing everything. Look, the B-Wing. Can't beat the B-Wing. Slave One or the AT-AT? Oh, the AT-AT. Andrew James, I don't think that would be a good one. I used to have the Kenner one. I think that's what put me off. It's just all armour. And looks like a dog. And you used to have the clear little do under its neck area. I had loads of Kenner figures. I had the X-Wing, the Millennium Falcon. I had pretty much all the figures, including the Power of the Force figures with Yak face and on the coin. I never ever saw a Boba Fett with a launching rocket. I think that was they said it was a prototype, but I think that's an urban legend. But it was never available in shops, that's for sure. But some of the Power of Force figures were really rare. Han Solo and Carbonite. If you don't know what I'm talking about, people, these are old Kenner toys from back in the day. You try to do 4-bit with back orders and guessing when they'll come. It's more like half build at the moment. Tell me about it. Taker has to retire with a win. Survivor Series. How many times has The Undertaker retired, Philip? I think it's great. My son Jack's having a WWE talk in a scale modelling stream. You can't make it up. Look, I've almost finished the run. That means it's time to go in a minute. But I want to get through all of these chats because I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. It's the rum. I'm blaming the rum. Where are we? Everyone's mentioning how many they've got going. That's crazy. Talk of Goring to publish in the night 2000. Schwartz, it's not a case of bringing it out. It's licensing for that. Someone must own the license for that at the moment. I can't drink red wine, Michael Boldies. I get migraines with red wine, but white wine on the other hand. I've had a box of 3-litre Libra milk with my friend once, and believe me, we sat there watching The Wizard of Oz, and that film takes on a whole new meaning when you're drunk. A helicopter build would be fantastic. Nobody is doing one. So, Mark's Mods, what do you reckon? Like a Blue Thunder or an Airwolf? Or something more military, like a Chinook or something? A Wessex? In regard to earlier question, bugger if I know. Wooden chips always please. Your skill level progresses with each effort. The thing I like about it, Wayne, and I don't know why, it's just calming. It's really calming. It could be the most stressful bit of the build, but I don't know what it is. Working with wood is just so calming. And I feel like all the builds that I do to terminate the Bismarck, I feel that no matter how much time I take on it, I still feel like I'm rushing. But time can go like in a blink when you're doing a model ship build. I really do like it, but we're getting to the sections now where I said we are going to start bending planks and stuff, which I've been waiting for ages for. I'm out. But how can I miss your lovely stream when I get drunk? Right. You are out, bless you. That's what I like to hear. It's all good. I don't know if you heard earlier, Chloe, but the Terminator fell off the shelf and landed on the floor. It was a living nightmare, but all's well that ends well. The AT-AT would be a fun build. I don't know if it would. You had the mask figure, mass, Bruce, flavour, working overtime. You don't hear much about masks now. They were when cartoons are excellent. Now at the moment, you got your Rick and Morty, which is excellent. Riley likes all sorts of, Riley, my son, he likes all sorts of things like Adventure Time. That's not my cup of tea. You've seen the prototype Boba Fett. Mattel were worried about the shooting rocket, never released a part. I didn't think it was. I've seen pictures of it, but I said I've never seen it actually, you know, in a glass cabinet anywhere. On your chilling hours, you should watch Netflix series of Toys That Made Us. I'm going to take a screen grab of that and add that to my note as well. That sounds like something I'd be interested in, that's for sure. Jira, check out my channel if you like Kenner Star Wars. I'm reviewing Power of the Force. Ah, look, you're speaking to me. Jira, Look, I'm going to try and... I'm not pronouncing this name properly, so I'm going to have a good go. Jirea Plays? Have I said that right? Jirea Plays. I hope I've said that right and not butchered your name. Yeah, I'm not a party person. I'm not a drinker either. Due to UK drone laws, it's bugging up my hobby. That's no way to get chopper builds. I know they've got some sort of licensing now, haven't they, with the CAA? Okie dokie, right. I think we're going to wind down now, which means that we need to get Phoebe up here because she goes mental if I don't put her on the stream. So, she'll be up in a minute. Cheers, me. Do you want to go and see everyone on stream? Do you? Come here. Oh, look. There you go. Say hello to everybody. Who's a good girl? Give it a good girl. Once again, she's looking at herself on the screen. So where you see me looking, she's looking at herself thinking it's another dog. So, but we've had great fun in chat tonight. Hopefully you like the extra graphics I put on here. It's I'm just trying to spin things up a bit, but there won't be a video tomorrow, as I said. The next video is going to be out on Saturday because I have got another project to do tomorrow. But I will be hopefully getting a video out every day next week as well, while I've got this backlog. Because at the moment, I said I think about 9 videos behind where I should be at the moment. But it's been great being on stream with you all, and thank you for watching. So until a week on Thursday, next Thursday, I will bid you adieu and see you next time. Take care.